Hey everybody, what is up? Free Agent Bowler in with you. Thanks for coming by to check out the review of the Big Bowling Shim Rekker bowling ball. I appreciate you being here. If you're new to the channel, thanks for coming by. You returning subscribers, you guys are the reason I keep doing this. Thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So I hope you guys will keep watching, and I hope this video will help you if you are considering the Shim Rekker by Big Bowling. It's a very good bowling ball. You're going to see that in this video. But first, let's get to the three promises as always. Number one, guys, I'm a non-staffer. This is a non-staff review. I wasn't comped this ball. I wasn't given this ball. I paid for it. I bought it, and that's what it is. Number two, every ball that I review has at least 10 games on it. At least 10 games. This one had 14 as of the shooting of the video. And then number three, guys, just about honesty. I just want you to know when you come in and look at one of my reviews, you're getting a true look at what a ball does over the course of a game. And I'm going to give you the truth in my experience over the games that I have used it for. So I hope you'll find it helpful. The layout on this one we chose was 4.5 by 3 by 1.5, which is a storm pin buffer layout. Surface I took from the factory 1500 to 2000, 246 RG 040 differential. Really, just a very much a benchmark type of solid. Good ball. Here's an image for you. I know some of you like to see that. Like to see the layout, like to see how it looks. I get it. And with that said, don't forget to go over to Buddy's Pro Shop and use my code FABOWL5. That'll give you 5% off your order. Some of that stuff is manufacturer price protected, but generally speaking, you're going to be just fine if you go over there and enter that code. That'll give you 5% off your order, and it can make a little bit of a difference. Not huge, but it'll help you, right? So let's get right to it here. First shot down, kind of ideal line with this ball. It really is a ball that, how do I want to say this? I think it just has a lot of ability to play a ton of different lines. It's a very versatile ball, but the hallmark for sure right off the bat is pin action. This thing, it just, I can't really explain it. I don't know that I've ever thrown a ball that has that creates this much pin action. It is really crazy to me how this ball looks when it gets through the deck and through the pocket, and what it does to the pins. This is a good example of it right here. Look at this. Watch this head pin. Look at it. I mean, that just violently off the wall. And you know, I think it could go to what they call their powder keg core. And they say that this is their benchmark symmetric core, and then the cover is the ME6 reactive. So the M being middle, the E being end, and the way they do that is, so it's middle to end is the reaction, and the 6 is a hook rating on a scale of 1 to 10. So in the middle to the back, it's got a hook rating of 6. It's pretty clean in the front, as you can see in this video, but in the back, it really can do some things. To me, it rolls like my Storm Nano Pearl, but with better consistency, better finish. Doesn't smell as good though. That's the downfall. But really, this ball is really interesting to me. I didn't know what to expect. You know, I saw Rhino Page was using this stuff, and I thought, oh, whatever, I'll try one. And I was gonna buy one of their other pieces. I was actually going to go with the idea, but I thought, no, let's go with a lower line, spend a little less money, and just see what it does, see how it rolls. And I'm glad I did. It's good enough that I ordered the shim to go along with this, which is the pearl version of this ball. And man, I got to tell you, this ball is really impressive. It's a benchmark solid with a fantastic motion that is consistent and yet can be used from multiple angles. I didn't try to shoot a ton of angles in this video, mainly because I did it throughout the game. Here you can see I threw a few outside. Later in this game you'll see the high hard one. I tried some different things with this ball during the shooting of the video, so you'll notice that. But overall, I think this ball has applications across the board. I think it can be used on medium to maybe a little bit heavier patterns, but I think you get too heavy and the ball just won't do what you are going to expect it to do if the shot is too heavy. But God, look at that pin action. Look at that. I mean, I never do that. Like, I never do that, and that happened. I don't quite understand how this ball creates the pin action it does, but by God, it does. You know, and at this house, this shot right here, this, I call it the Catalina wine mixer, right? It's a little light thing, mixes up the pins, you know, maybe get some lucky carry. In here, you can do that, but you have to be in the pocket. I mean, I basically missed the pocket and still carried. That's the ball. That's not me. Overall, though, very impressive ball. It's enough that it's got enough kick back there, enough pop that you can make the corner on most shots. You get too light or too heavy, it's probably not this ball's wheelhouse, but certainly I think it can be used in a lot of applications by a lot of people. I don't have anyone to reference throwing this other than myself, because I don't know that anybody around me has it or uses it. But if you do, I would love to hear it, and I'd love to see some video of you throwing it. Let me know what you think about it. But we finished the game here pretty good, 239. Frankly, pretty easily, with a little more carry and a little better shot. That could have been a 300 right off the bat with this ball. I mean, it's a really good ball. So the question is, does the Shim Rekker make the bag, and is the main bag or one of the totes? Well, it's going in the main bag. This is going to replace the Tour IQ Nano Pearl. I didn't think I would say that, but it did. Final grade here is an A. I don't know what the deal is with this ball. I don't know how they've created it. I don't know how they've done it, but the way that this ball rolls, the way it works in the middle and latter part of the lane, how consistently it reads the pattern, is really remarkable for me. So appearance, I gave it 9 points. I know that's subjective. You may hate purple and black. I think it looks pretty cool. Reliability is the motion built into the ball reliable to strike. I gave it an 8.5 here. It probably could have been higher, but I gave it an 8.5 because that felt right. Repeatability is, if I do the same thing over and over, is the ball going to repeat the motion that it just made? And that answer is yes. 9 points there. Finish, 9 points. It finishes really well through the deck. I think you saw it in this video. And then hitting power, I gave it 9 points. To be honest, it could be a 10, but I don't feel like this ball hits like a 10. I feel like it carries like a 10. There's just pins all over the place with this thing. Really a very, very good ball. I'm very impressed. And once I get the Shim in here, I will do a comparison video with the Shim and this to give you guys a look at both sides. So 44.5 points in an A. It's not a premier performance ball. It's one step below pro, so that gets a factor of 5.5. That leaves you 244.75 into the 275 possible. That's 0.89. And as I always say, anytime you get over 0.86, you're in kind of rare error there. And once you get to this 8.9, 9.0, 9.1, that's like, I mean, that's amazing. So, very good ball, though. The arsenal is what it is. You have the Venom Shock Pearl. You got the Phase 3 here. The Deviate Decree is in the bag, obviously. And the results, the original results, the Pearl, is in the bag. Of course, after that comes this guy, which if you saw that review, you know why it's in there. This is the Results Solid. Very, very good ball. Does not roll like a big asymmetric solid for me. It might for you, but I find it paired with the Results. That thing is about perfect. And then, of course, this ball right here, taking over the Storm Tour IQ Nano Pearl spot. I'm very excited about this ball. I can't wait to see how this thing continues to grow in my arsenal and if it stays there. So, what's in the main tote? Well, I will show you what is in the main tote. You're going to notice some changes here, but there's a reason for it. So you've got the Black Pearl Bloody Ocean. If you saw that review, you know why it's there. The Venom Shock, which was in my light oil bag, I've put in this bag because, to be honest, the Axiom has kind of died on me. I don't know what happened to that ball, but it's basically dead, and it's only got about 40 games on it. And then, of course, the Allure, which is a great piece. So what's next? Guys, I can't show you video of what's next, but I can show you this picture. This is what's coming next. I have the games on the ball, but I have been told that I shouldn't, since I'm not a staffer, that I shouldn't put a video out until the release date or show it rolling And so I've obliged, and I said, okay. But that ball is coming. The games are on it. You guys are going to be, this ball is sick. Wait till you see that one. Make sure to go to buddysproshop.com. Make sure to use my code FABOWL5. Get you 5% off your next order. Some of that, like I said before, is manufacturer price protected, but generally it's pretty good. I want to say thanks to Arapahoe Bowling Center. Guys, we are back to starting to lock down here in Colorado, and the health department here has Arapahoe really hamstrung. So if you're in the area and you want to bowl, make sure you go see these guys, help keep them afloat. They're a great group of people over there. And same with Bobby's. Bobby's Pro Shop last but certainly not least is Bobby's. Bobby Layton is one of my guys, fantastic driller. He knows it all. If you're in the market, make sure you look him up. And with these COVID lockdowns coming again, they could use the help. And then, of course, thanks to you guys. Make sure you subscribe for the latest stuff. Questions, comments, make sure you email me right there. I'm usually pretty good at getting back to people. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.